Welcome back, entertainment lovers. Antonio Saillant here on Celebrity Spotlight Radio, and today I'm pulling you straight into the grotesque, fascinating world of alien Earth, specifically the creature that's haunting everyone's nightmares, the Eyeball Octopus, or Species 64. Let's get real. I've seen some disturbing things in life, fraternity bathrooms, subway disasters, you name it, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for the horror show that is Species 64. This is body horror at its absolute peak. And Alien, Earth is pushing the envelope further than any Xenomorph ever could. What is the Eyeball Octopus? Well, in Episode 4, Observation throws us into a twisted science experiment courtesy of the Prodigy Corporation. They're studying this unnamed, unidentified alien, Species 64, officially called Trypanohyncha Ocellus. Imagine an eyeball with multiple irises slithering around on octopus tentacles. Now, imagine it violently ripping out a host's eye and embedding itself in the socket, instantly hijacking the host's brain and body. Pure nightmare fuel, right? We first saw this thing in Episode 2, crawling out of a cat. Rest in peace, Maginot's pet. But Episode 4 is where the horror really ramps up. Watching it latch onto a sheep, replace its eye, and take over its mind is stomach-turning, even for hardened horror fans. And it's not just a mindless parasite, it's intelligent, calculating, and maybe even sentient. It watches, it learns, and it adapts. What makes Species 64 so terrifying? Let's break it down. The parasitic takeover. It doesn't just kill, it erases the host's will and replaces it with its own. The show's leaked data even says it overwrites the neurotransmissions. That's next-level invasion. The problem-solving skills. Once inside, it demonstrates human-level intelligence. The infected sheep doesn't just stumble around, it studies its captors with chilling awareness. Unknown limits. We don't know how it feeds, breeds, or what it's ultimately capable of. All we know is it's small now. But what happens if it latches onto something bigger? This is classic Alien. The unknown is always more terrifying than what's right in front of us. The Xenomorph was scary because it was relentless and biomechanical. Species 64 is scary because it's unpredictable, intelligent, and could be anywhere. Alien. Earth is using Species 64 to crank up the tension and remind us that in this universe, there's always a bigger, badder monster lurking in the shadows. Boy, Cavalier might be the human villain, but the real threat could very well be this coffee cup-sized parasite. Imagine if it got its tentacles on a predator. Now that's a crossover nobody's ready for. And the design, straight out of a fever dream. There are echoes of H.P. Lovecraft, hints of Guillermo del Toro's twisted imagination, and a healthy dose of Giger's original biomechanical horror. It's unforgettable, and honestly, it's what makes this season of Alien Earth a must-watch for horror and sci-fi fans alike. So, is Species 64 the new face of terror in the Alien universe? All signs point to yes, and I'm here for every gruesome, eye-popping moment. If you love deep dives into the weirdest corners of pop culture, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop your theories in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. Who knows what Alien Earth will throw at us next?